Welcome to another edition of the Bones of Advertising. I'm still Craig McLeod, which makes you.
I'm going to be fascinating today. I'm going to be fascinating because I'm going to take you all on a little journey, another little journey through one of the great agencies in Australia.
Okay, so we're sort of going off the back of our mojo.
That's right. That's right. You're in the right ballpark. You're in the right ballpark. These were the great. There was Mojo, buddy, sing him a song, tell him a joke. You know, how you going, Ockers?
Yep.
And then there was a little mob born out of Melbourne called the Campaign Palace.
Campaign Palace with Gordon Trembath and Lionel Hunt.
Lionel Hunt. They were in Melbourne, and then there were a couple of other very, very famous alumni up in Sydney. But the Campaign Palace, for anyone who wasn't there, was arguably the great Australian advertising agency of its time.
What was the philosophy? Win all the awards. That was it. That was the business plan, wasn't it?
They used to have. They wanted to surprise and delight, and they wanted to do simple, cheeky, powerful ads that just happened to win a shitload of awards. That was the first agency I can remember. I think anyone can remember where they would have. Most people back in the day, awards were really hard to get, and you would have like 2 or 3 on the wall behind the receptionist. The Campaign Palace had a wheelbarrow full of awards in reception. It was like, we've won so many of them. They're just over there. Don't worry about it.
Just whack them in the wheelbarrow. I love that. That's brilliant stuff.
Indeed.
Where do you want to start with the Palace, JD?
Well, I think we should start with the two principals, the two people who started it in Gordon Trembath's front room or back room, Lionel Hunt and Gordon Trembath. So they started the first ad that really got people's attention. They had a motto: is it good or is it great? Like, just simple, really simple. They did this really lovely ad. We'll put it up here. That appeared in Women's Day, called How to Kill a Baby. That was the headline. And it was a thing about culling fur seals. And it was just the first sign of copy is it's easy. You walk up to it and you club it over the head. And it was really confronting. And it was talking about, Women's Day and their commitment to, getting rid of baby seals. And I don't know how effective it was in terms of stopping the culling, but it certainly got the attention of advertising people around the country.
Yep, without a doubt. With a headline like "How to Kill a Baby," you're definitely going to get some attention.
Yeah. And I don't know that you'd be able to run that now. I think public sentiment might actually run against you. But they were an agency that was the first agency to be inducted into the Award Hall of Fame, and they have disappeared now. They've disappeared into the annals of history, and they were giants. Absolute giants. So we'll just take a quick stroll through their magnificent work. So
one of your favourites. I think we're going to go Hari Krishna, aren't we?
Hari Krishna.
With the headline, JD, that was
I'm not going if I can't wear my old Wrangler shirt.
Exactly.
This ad made more people of my vintage want to buy an old Wrangler shirt because that bloke looked so cool. And it was like, yep, I'm going to buy one of them. Everyone had a bloody denim shirt, a Wrangler denim shirt. That was the one. That was the shirt. Like, absolutely the shirt.
Yeah, extraordinary campaign. And to just see it, I don't know whether they're in Melbourne or in Sydney. It looks like Melbourne because they're on tram tracks there, but walking down the middle of a road and the line, if I can't wear my old Wrangler shirt, I'm not going. Outstanding.
Yep. And I think they also had in Sydney, so they had a couple of magnificent magnificent writer in the Sydney office called Jack Vaughan, and Bob Isherwood, who was an art director, but both just magnificent advertising people.
Yeah.
They did this ad, which was for anyone, I'll just preempt it with Mum's doing a lamb roast.
Oh, the Tom Cruise. Yeah. Right.
It's just you just want a date with Tom. And Tom Cruise was like just to give you, he was coming to Australia. He was going to shoot a movie. He was like, there was Tom Cruise and then everyone else.
Right. Was this kind of post Top Gun sort of era, was it?
Oh, yeah. And I can't do that. Mum's doing a lamb roast.
Yeah, no, sorry. Can't. Mum's doing a lamb roast.
He just,
bloody brilliant.
Yeah. He just slid across the floor in his underwear and risky business.
Risky business as well. Let's take that old record off the shelf. So,
and then they made they got famous for underwear. Like,
yes. Oh, was that like, were they ants pants or were they the one day you're going to get caught? One day you're going to get caught. Was that
Underdecks? Yep. Underdecks. Wow. So they did ants pants, they did underdecks, and they did no knickers. And we're going to play no knickers first. You've got to remember, back in the day, a woman saying, I'm wearing no knickers, it was like, yeah, indeed. Let's play that one.
Okay, let's get it up.
Guess what? I'm wearing no knickers. From now, no knickers for me. I'm fed up with knickers that wrinkle and pinch and dig into me. So now I'm wearing no knickers. I'm as comfortable as can be. And all you can see through my clothes is, well, all you can see is me. Yes, now I'm wearing no knickers. I'll say it till I'm hoarse. I'm honestly wearing no knickers. No knickers. From Hole Proof, of course.
I just love the look on the piano player's face. Just delightful. Like, and it was these ads just got noticed and they moved product. They got noticed and they moved product. And the fact that they also won awards was just a, added bonus.
Yep, absolutely.
But then they did their Underdecks. This campaign was just fantastic. Like,
yeah, right.
Just blokes getting caught with their pants down.
And great jingle. Was that a song that they reworked or was it actually something they wrote from scratch?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they wrote it from scratch. I wouldn't be surprised if, someone like Les Gock from Hush probably wrote it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was Mike Brady with the bloody up there because Ailey as well. Brilliant. God.
Well, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Let's have a look at the Underdeck stuff.
All right.
Can I have a blue, mister?
One day you're gonna get caught. One day you're gonna get caught. One day you're gonna get caught with your pants down. One day you're gonna get caught. One day you're gonna get caught.
Hole-proof Underdecks and Super Briefs, because one day you're gonna get caught with your pants down.
And that still makes me laugh.
Still
makes me laugh.
Still makes me giggle.
Oh, it's just delightful. But arguably the greatest of them all, Sick and Rex. Like, this is just ants pants. Like, so ants pants back in the day, ants pants, the cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, the duck's nuts, they were all like, that was just the little phrases that meant, oh, they're really, really good.
That was the same.
Yeah, the ants,
yeah, right.
The ants dance. So they've just taken that and they've gone, oh,
hold on.
Hang about.
We can rework that and own it.
So here we go.
Sick and Rex.
Hole-proof ants pants. It's unbelievable underwear.
And you would absolutely understand the name of the brand when you saw it.
Yep.
Like, that branded those underwear, just amazingly well.
Yeah, extraordinary, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so in between all of that, they did print ads for the Bonds print ads they did. This was, I think, after the great Gordon had left the building, but, it's no party in his pants. It just, stuff about, comfy underwear that fits. It was just like, but they did it in such a way. They didn't just say it's comfy underwear that fits. It actually had, headlines that make you go, beg your pardon?
Yep.
And like if your ad doesn't get noticed, everything else is academic.
Yep. It's a waste of time. Exactly.
Yeah. But you were scrolling through. You quite liked all the island stuff they did.
Well, just extraordinary. Out of nowhere, they seem to do every island under the sun, and all of a sudden, these islands in Queensland were, rivaling some of the great destinations in the world, and simply because get lost on Great Keppel, or I may have
a great place to get wrecked.
Yeah, get wrecked. I'll bring a couple up just to make sure that I've got them absolutely right. But it was extraordinary to think that all of these islands out of nowhere, like get wrecked on Great Keppel Island was one of the absolute crackers. And then from Heron Island, a drop in the ocean.
Oh, and that poster, just beautiful, just
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Lindeman Islands, 100 islands for the price of one.
Yep.
Brilliance.
Yeah.
And then the other one that was Great Keppel, after a week on Great Keppel, you're going to really need a holiday. And here we've got some poor budgie guy and his budgie smugglers with 3 very attractive ladies in their bikinis behind him, and he's just praying. He's like, he needs a holiday after being on Great Keppel.
Just
unbelievable.
They just said, they re-looked at the category, and they re-looked at the people that were the target market, and they went for gold.
And ads like, if you think our ads are cheap, you should see our prices for cheap jeans. Another cracker. Just unbelievable.
Fantastic. Really, really good. I really like the getting back to a little bit of television, the Sellies stuff they did. I don't know if you remember this, the woman getting dressed, and she's, we'll play it. Here you go. We'll just play this one.
Ready?
Might just change my dress.
I might just fix that wall.
New Sellies No More Gaps Fast Dry. Ready to paint in 20 minutes.
I can't find my earrings.
Oh, might paint the wall.
No More Gaps Fast Dry. If it's Sellies, it works.
Like, I'm going to change the dress. I just think I'll fix the wall. It's just, and yes, it's, it may be a little bit, I don't know that you'd run something like that now, but like, people laughed, women laughed, men laughed. Like, it was just funny. People recognized the human truth of, I'm just uncomfortable in my clothes, but, I've got enough time to do this.
Unbelievable. And then you've got things like the sports girl campaign. So good girl, bad girl, shy girl, sad girl. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Yep.
And the Taronga Zoo. You belong in the zoo. And they're all singing like that was them.
It was brilliant. And arguably, I'm just going to finish on this, because this is an absolute masterclass in retail advertising.
Yep.
This was the defining retail campaign in Australian advertising history. I can't put too many full stop, let's make this statement, 7 statements. Like, this was the mother of them all. This was brilliant. The target ads.
Right.
Advertising people all over the country were falling over themselves to try and figure out how they could do campaigns for this. Retail people that ran retail accounts all across the country were trying to figure out how they could do ads like this. And it's really simple. You take the logo and you animate the logo, you make your point, you give them an offer, and you bugger off. Like, it was just brilliant.
Stellar stuff.
Yeah. I'll just play one, just because.
Just one.
From perfume to a power saw, from a basketball to a bike, from a teddy to a teddy bear, from a record to roller skates, from a watch to a wheelbarrow. Target has everything for Christmas. including our refund policy. So if it isn't quite right, you can just take it back. Thank heavens for Target this Christmas.
Yeah.
It's just, so this is the Campaign Palace. This is all out of one agency. This is all out of two blokes starting an agency in the front room of a house in South Melbourne, and they become the defining agency of its time. These people changed the way awards were judged in this country.
Yep.
Like they made people want to write great ads.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And so this was like, you can't talk too highly. I love Mo and Joe. I love the great work that that Clemenger did, because Clemenger was a little bit more intellectual. But the Campaign Palace, year after year, was just like, we're number one. We're number one. They were far and away the great advertising agency of the era. It was just me.
Absolutely. Well, JD, do you want to talk Up There Kazali before we close, or are you good?
Oh, no. We will absolutely talk about Up There Kazali, because I always think you should leave people a little bit of a smile.
Yeah, absolutely.
But before we do Up There Kazali, can we do a little PS? Can we do, this was done after the founders had left the building again.
Yeah, right.
But this was, I'd like to see that. Like, they did that as well.
Wow.
So we'll play that.
See that.
Let's play that.
Okay.
So these guys use their whole body to hit each other. Yeah, I like to see that.
These guys can catch a ball from 12 feet in the air. I like to see that.
You're telling me these guys run flat out all afternoon? Yeah, right. I'd like to see that.
Fantastic footy. He's come from nowhere. 36 big guys in very tight shorts. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
These guys spit the dummy at the umpire and get away with it? I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I've seen Australian rules. What rules?
Kick goals from 70 meters out? I'd like to see that.
Shoots a goal. And kicks a ringer. That's unbelievable.
Carl Lewis. How do you get Carl Lewis in an ad?
How do you get Carl Lewis in an ad?
How do you get John McEnroe and Carl Lewis in an ad?
Outstanding. Like, it's the equivalent of, the Uber ads today. I'll be having that's that kind of level, like, just extraordinary.
Oh, just star appeal, but also it's like just a reminder that the Australian game is, full of big men doing manly things.
Yeah. Manly man things.
But I think what we should do is we should bid farewell to our viewers, and then we should leave them with this lovely piece of bloody music.
Yeah, and let's whack it up right here. Before we do, that's another edition of The Bones of Advertising. I'm Craig McLeod. You're John Douglas. Don't go changing, and enjoy this.
It's been a pleasure, mate.